big round of applause for Davide.
Thank you. Thank you for the introduction. Okay, so hi. I'm here to talk a little bit about the bummer in the industry, right? So what happens after we enjoy a life full of plastic, but then ends up in the environment. So currently we are at a historic peak of plastic pollution. I don't think I need to explain that this is a massive problem. Our oceans are filled with plastic. This is an issue. The problem that I'm here to talk about is that this solution isn't really a solution. So we've been led to think that recycling would just save ourselves from plastic pollution littering. But this is, I would say, a little bit of a wishful thinking. Plastic can be recycled somehow and must be recycled, please, don't get me wrong. But before getting to recycling, there is so much more that needs to happen, and this is reusing. So plastic should be kind of at the last resort, only after the product cannot be reused any longer. But right now, reusability, aka the circular economy, is more of a buzzword. It's not something that you really see at scale pretty much anywhere in any industry. This needs to change. If we want to keep living in this planet and we stop accumulating plastic, the more we you use everything from packaging to any sort of additional use case where plastic is a fantastic product, we really need to start thinking about reusability before recycling. And clearly, we believe that this is a strong solution, but right now it's lacking very basic tool. And this is what we're here to build with sykell. So our main strategy is enabling any sort of companies, starting with the food, so with packaging for food and similar products, to enter into a circular economy model. How do we do that? We tested it and we showed it was possible. So we started in Germany with our own reuse system within the packaging industry for food. We are now live in a few thousand supermarkets with millions of containers. All of them are recovered and reused several times before actually recycled. And there is a very important piece of the entire equation, which is not just the packaging, it's a solution on its own, not the return network, not the clients, not the deposit, but unfortunately all of them together need to enter into the system. But it's worth it. And this is the first slide that I wanted to show you and spend a second looking at. So when we're looking at the change that we have as a footprint, by reusing assets instead of recycling them or instead of going through a very short life cycle, we have a massive advantage. We have 91% of reduction in material that we need to produce and waste. We have a 74% in water usage, which sounds a little bit counterintuitive, like, hey, why do we save water by reusing, so washing and using again versus producing new plastic? And 57% of overall CO2 emission, which is what everybody's looking at. But I wanted to put these three numbers together, like it's really on every single aspect much of a better solution. But then again, if it would be so easy, then we would have it pretty much everywhere, right? So there is clearly a massive complication why it's not widespread quite yet. There are many components that needs to be solved at the same time. Talking about customer acceptance, we're talking about compatibility. We're working in German with reverse vending machines, so those machines that actually recover beer bottle and water bottles since many years. That's fantastic, but it's just one country, over 200 that we have around the world. So there are so many obstacles and challenges, and we're gonna see very different solutions all around the world. So what we're here to do as a company is to actually put together a framework and a solution for everybody to introduce the solutions around the reusability. And we do this in 3 layers, which are the 3 main layers that are required for reusability and circularity. I will start from the bottom, which is actually a return network. So we need to provide our clients a very simple way to return their packaging. In Germany, it's easy. There is already hardware pretty much at every supermarket. A little bit more complicated elsewhere, but this is where we actually flexible and help companies and systems build their own solution that work in their market. Then in the meantime, there is the packaging itself, which need to have all the expectations. So to solve all the usual expectation you have from packaging, oxygen barrier, long lifetime on the shelf, etc., and survive reusing cycles, so washing cycles during many times. And on top of it all, a system to managing. So to really being able to cover the system in all these phases and put together, let's say, one single orchestration model. And this is what we offer in 3 single layers, right? So we have from one side a very large network that for now it's limited to Germany, but still we're talking about 6,000 supermarkets and convenience stores all across the country. We offer packaging that can actually solve most solid food kind of use cases. So think about snacks, think about coffee, dairy products, everything that really you probably find a shelf in a big volumes and can really be scaled on a way more type of packaging in the future. And probably the most important and least visible, which is an orchestration tool. None of this will work if the overall pricing is too high. So the price of running an entire system, which includes logistics, washing, and sorting, needs to compare with single-use packaging, which is terribly cheap. So this is the key component. The orchestration of different actors is actually the key component for achieving such economies of scale. And we have proven this already in Germany, where we have more than 6,000 locations running with millions of packaging, and we could really offer price parity with a single use. This is Sykell. Thank you so much. We're going to speak later, possibly at the panel in the back. Thank you.
Thank you, Davide. Thank you very much.